Today is Tuesday, Parashat Miketz. Tonight we will light the first candle of Chanukah. Tonight is the first night of Chanukah. And for 8 days, we're going to be adding every night an extra candle until the 8th day. We'll have the 8 candles of Chanukah being lit. Plus the shamash, of course. Shamash is lit as an extra candle every night. The time to light the Chanukah candles is just as it gets dark. And you light tonight, the first candle will be lit on the right side of the Chanukah. In other words, if you're facing the menorah or the Chanukah that you're using to light the candles, the first one you light will be on your right side, and then tomorrow you'll add an extra one, and you'll start by lighting the extra one that you lit, and then move to the right. On the third night, you'll have 3 candles there, so you start with the one that you added for that night, and then move again to the right and light them. We first say the berachot. Tonight we have 3 berachot. The first one, Le'alik Ne Chanukah. Second one, She'asa Nisim. And the third one is She'echianu. This third blessing of She'echianu is said only on the first night, but not on any consecutive nights. If for some reason a person was not able to light the candles tonight and he's doing it only tomorrow night, then he will say She'echianu on the first time that he lights the candles. The amount of time that the candles should be lit, or if you're using oil and wicks, that the wick should be lit, is a minimum of half an hour. So we make sure that we have enough oil there, that the candles are of a size that will stay lit for half an hour. On Friday night, when we light the Shabbat candles, before we start Shabbat, we must light the Chanukah candles before we light the Shabbat candles. And then we have to put in them enough oil, or have candles that are big enough to stay lit half an hour after it gets dark. So if Shabbat comes in, let's say at 4:25, you should light the Chanukah earlier than 4:25, and the Shabbat candles being lit at 4:25. Actually, we should light the Shabbat candles a few minutes before really the beginning of Shabbat. But the candle lighting times that you have in your calendars for Shabbat this week is going to be about 4:25, 4:26. So around that time, you should light the Chanukah first, and then you light the Shabbat candles. And then there should be enough oil in the Chanukah candles, or if you're using wax candles, they should be big enough that they should stay lit for long after the beginning of Shabbat into the time when it gets dark, another half an hour after it got dark. The lighting of the Chanukah candles is a mitzvah that we do with joy, that we celebrate. We celebrate the fact that even though the Greeks wanted us to assimilate, we maintain our Jewish identity, and proof to it is today, generations and generations later, we continue to celebrate our Jewish identity. We continue to do mitzvot. We continue to learn Torah. The pasuk says, "Kiner mitzvah veTorah or." A candle is a mitzvah. In other words, mitzvah is compared to a candle, and the Torah is light. In the Torah there is light, and we're celebrating on Chanukah the light of the Torah. Of course, there was also a military victory, in the sense that we were just a few, and we were able, a few, to win the war against formidable armies of the Greeks. But more important than the military victory is the spiritual victory of light pushing away darkness. The light is the light of Torah. The candles are representing of the mitzvot. It is the mitzvot and the Torah that we learn, and the applying of the precepts of the Torah that pushes away the darkness, and that actually protects us from assimilation. And it's a holiday also to highlight the importance of Jewish education, because Jewish Torah education is really what protects us, and what protected us for generations, to maintain our Jewish identity and to guarantee the survival of the Jewish people. Chag Sameach, may it be a holiday full of light and happiness and joy, and full of thankfulness and gratitude to Hashem for all the miracles that happened by Yamim Hahem in those days, Bazeman Hazeh, in this time. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'amen.